Welcome to Angels of Revelation 4, Cohorts of Angels. These are groupings of angels that are defined not entirely by their role, but by their co-association and the Bible's reliance on numerical symbolism. 7:1 says that there are angels, 4 angels, of the corners of the earth, regional princes. Now, how God would define the world into quadrants, I don't know. I mean, you and I would say north, south, east, west, but those are cartographical ideas. God might divide them entirely differently. 9, 13, and 14 says there are 3. 8:3 says there are 7 angels who stand before God. 7 is the number of divine perfection. It's also the number of complete ministry. And so, God has set these 4 before Him to minister to Him as a picture of spiritual perfection. 12:7 talks about Michael's army and the dragon's army who are at war. Michael would appear therefore to be, we know him to be an archangel, but would appear to be not just a general, but there's a more precise term. In my nation we have an advanced military rank that is generally only activated during times of war or global war, and that is a general of the armies. A general who is responsible for the leadership of all armed forces in a given global conflict. If I'm remembering correctly, America's only had a few. Those have been in times of World War, and I believe it is a 5-star position. Thus far, I do not believe there have been 6- and 7-star positions, but Michael would be the highest ranking spiritual military officer of the forces of God, and the dragon Satan leads his own army and would thus be the highest ranking spiritual military officer of the forces of darkness. There are 12 angels that go along with the 12 tribes, so just as we've seen that there are angels of cities, angels of quadrants of the earth, there are angels assigned to the 12 tribes of Israel to guard them, to guide them, to be God's messenger to them. There are 4 angels who are bound with the Euphrates. The Euphrates is one of the 4 rivers that connects the Garden of Eden. Currently only 2 are physically visible, but in the last decade, due to the advent of GPS, fossil rivers have been discovered that intersect under the Gulf of Iraq, making it almost unequivocal that the Garden of Eden is now underneath the Gulf of Iraq, and this makes sense. If it was in any sort of shaded valley, it would have flooded at the flood, right? There are 4 angels who are being held there, and when they are released, they will kill 1/3 of the population of the earth. These are dangerous, genocidal, dare I say, serial killers. They are angels with massive capacity for death. So these are groups, cohorts of angels, and their association and their numerology are of significance in understanding their function. If I have blessed you, encouraged you, or equipped you in any fashion, please like and subscribe.